want this to be something that excites you. Photography has been such a blessing in so many different ways. It's a really fun outlet to be creative. Grab your cameras, let's get started. Hi, I'm so excited that you're here. My name is Lindsay Davenport and welcome to the Capture course. This is something that I've been really excited to do. I learned how to use my camera several years ago, but I was always the girl with the camera that didn't know how to use her camera. That it sat in the closet, it would come out for baby showers, wedding showers, football games, but I never really knew how to use it. It's funny to think about how my journey with photography has come full circle, because thinking back into my junior high years, high school years, when I had a point and shoot camera and considered it a hobby, I loved just taking pictures, driving on country roads and stopping during a sunset, because that's what just fueled the fire in me and brought me so much joy. So at that point, I didn't actually have people in front of my camera, and it was definitely just a hobby to me and a really fun outlet. So I can understand just the joy that photography can bring you when it's a hobby. Fast forwarding a couple years, when I was in college during my undergrad, I decided, well, I deserve and I need a DSLR camera, a camera that can have interchangeable lenses, and I really honestly didn't know anything about it. So of course I got on Amazon and I bought probably one of the first cameras that I saw. Didn't know a whole lot about it. I graduated with my undergrad degree and was in the middle of my undergrad and graduate degree that I decided I really want to learn how to use my camera. I lived with 4 other girls in college, and one of my friends got engaged, and so she wasn't going to take engagement pictures, and I was the girl with the camera. So my other roommate said, oh, well, you should just have Lindsay take your pictures. And I thought, well, yeah, sure, let's do that. So we went out right in the afternoon, middle of the harsh sun, and took their engagement pictures. I didn't know what to expect or what to do. All I knew was that I had looked on Pinterest. I came up with posing ideas from Pinterest, and we went out and we had a blast. They had so much fun. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had my camera, I shot in auto, and we loved it. To this day, I look back and still just think how much fun I had having people in front of my camera. I posted those pictures on Facebook and people thought I was a photographer. It was the first time I had people in front of my camera, people who had feelings, who were excited and who were laughing and joyful, and capturing those moments with them and laughing with them brought me so much joy and was so much fun, and brought out this creativity that I've always had in a new outlet and in a new way, which was really fun. So that is what sparked my interest in learning how to use my camera. So that summer I watched videos, I learned from trial and error. I had people in front of my camera. I asked people to take pictures of them, and that's how I learned how to use my camera. Fast forwarding a little bit from there, created a side hustle, so to say, while I was in graduate school, which, as many of you probably know, when you're in school at all, it can be hard to have a consistent job. It can be hard to work. Life is crazy. My husband was in college at the time for nursing school. I was getting a degree in speech pathology. And so it turned into a huge blessing for me to be able to schedule sessions whenever I was available. And so it was a great way for us to have this side income while we were in school. So then my photography passion and journey turned into a side hustle. And so once I graduated college, Jordan and I moved to Dallas, Texas, where we live now. And we both accepted full-time positions while we were living in Dallas, while I was really desiring to get this photography business going in Dallas. I wasn't sure what that would look like, but after a year here, meeting photographers, shooting weddings, and taking portraits of people in Dallas, it did become a full-time career for me. So now I'm able to stay at home with my little baby Luke and pursue photography full-time, as well as being a mother, which is amazing. I've been able to offer my services to different programs in Dallas, which in turn is just a really exciting and fun way to use my skills as well. And now that my career has taken me full-time, we have been featured in D Weddings and The Knot, and we typically shoot anywhere between 25 to 27 weddings a year, serving all these couples and brides who I get to create relationships with, which is so fun for me. Photography has also allowed me to travel. We have gone everywhere from Colorado to Mexico to shoot weddings, and I'm excited to see where we'll get to go to next. So now I'm really passionate about learning how to use your camera because it can be used in so many different ways now that I am on the other end and have a camera that I can use. It has been an amazing way to take pictures of my own family now that I'm married and have a little baby who's almost 9 months old. It's also a really sweet way to photograph our extended family. It seems to be that I'm always the one who gets to be called whenever a new baby is born or when someone is engaged, or even our friends. I've photographed so many of my friends' engagement sessions, and it's just such a sweet way to be involved in your loved ones' lives, basically. You can use it as a service. If there are programs that need pictures, that's an awesome way to use your skill. If you are a blogger and you want to take pictures for your blog, or you're a vendor, there are just millions of ways that you can use photography, whether it's a side hustle for money for your vacations or a career that you want to make flexible so that you can stay at home. So I'm excited to see what you want to do with photography, but I do want to encourage you to dive into these videos. Dive in, watch them over and over. These are made for you for the convenience of being at home, sitting in your PJs, on the couch, during nap time, after midnight, whenever you want. These are available to you. So in this course, we are going to learn how to use our cameras. We're going to become familiar with all the buttons on your camera that are most important to allowing you to shoot in manual. Trust me, your camera can be a black hole of learning all these different things, but there are certain buttons and certain settings that you're going to want to know, and we're going to share those with you. You're going to learn how to use your camera in manual, meaning you have full and complete control of the settings of your camera, how to control the light using those settings. The three most important components of learning how to shoot in manual are ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. And I'll tell you which of those three is my absolute favorite in the videos. And then we're gonna go outside, we're gonna practice a little bit. We're gonna practice a little bit inside so that you can see how I choose to use light when we're inside versus outside, because it can be very different. We're also gonna make sure we know how to look for tack sharp images and the ways that we can ensure that we have sharp images, because that's very important. We'll also learn about different lenses and the different ways that they can be used, my favorite lenses, and lenses that would be good for moms or sports photographers or just wedding photographers in general. We're gonna go through a list of 15 or 16 things you should look for that you don't know to look for. I understand that shooting in manual is one big component of this course, and I really want to make sure that you know how to do that. But there are also several other things to be thinking about while you're shooting in manual and while you're using light. And so we're going to share those tips with you in a PDF as well, so that way you can go back and read those at your own leisure as well. And lastly, after we've learned all of the correct and professional ways of how to use your camera, how to look for light, I'm going to share with all of you moms how to break the rules. My biggest thing is, if you know how to use your camera and you know what the rules are, if your baby is doing something cute and candid and you're not in the best light, take the picture, put it in your photo album, but know what the rules are so that they can be broken. In closing, I want this to be something that excites you. You can pick your camera up at home, something that you can go and serve and learn more about, because I'm constantly learning more and more about photography, and I'm constantly meeting more and more people who I love engaging with, and I love capturing sweet and candid moments for them. So whether you're pursuing photography as a hobby, if you are looking to make it a career, or are a blogger or a mom who just wants to learn how to use their camera, this course should help you along the way to learn how to use your camera and capture those memories that you're wanting to save. And I'm excited to be a part of that journey. So let's get started.